Wow. It's been a few days. Oh, hold on here. I got an AirPod in. It's one of those days. A little music will help me wake up. So, it's been a few days since I was at Joey's shop. I got the scooter back here. Let's check it out. Man, it's sick. Yeah, it's still really sick. The last couple days I had to just get caught up on some other tilt work. So now I have an hour and a half until the meetings. And this is probably like the hardest part of the project. When I was working at Joey's shop, I had like full afternoons to work on it. And then when Tom's here, full days are set aside. But kind of in normal life, I just got to fit it in where I can. So hour and a half, it's not a ton of time. So I think what I'm going to do is set up some printing plates because then it can be like working, you know, in the background. So I'm thinking that maybe we make little caps for these. And these tubes were just like the rough cut like length that's plus or minus an 1/8 inch. So you can see this one's longer than this one, but like who cares? So I'll probably just make a little 3D printed cap. And I have these models still on the computer, I'm sure. So one of them's like a through hole, and then one of them has like a T logo. I'll probably do the T logo. It'll be one less hole on the model because there's so much like visible, you know, through. So I'm thinking these, and then I'm also thinking that this is threaded for this clamp, right? And it goes through this riser. But as you can see, it's kind of like hollow underneath. And so the thread is only about 10 millimeters thick, which I guess isn't that bad. Like a general like rule of thumb is with thread is you want like 2x diameter. So if my diameter is 6 millimeters, 2x, that would be 12 millimeters. So I'm not that far off, but I want as much safety factor on the scooter as I can because of like the speeds these things go. So I'm thinking that we grab the headlight from the garage, figure out where we want the headlight, and then print the adapter for the headlight to sit right here. And then that adapter, I can get longer bolts that go through and have nuts. And now while the adapter will just be printed plastic and won't actually be like strong enough to hold it, the nuts, I guess worst case scenario, will never pull through because they're bigger than the thread. So I'll probably mount it to either, I'll probably just mount it to the front two because the front two will be taking most of the force from these handlebars. So I'll probably do the front two mounts here, headlight, because that's like a dual round headlight setup. Print these, and then I'll probably set up one more printing plate for this stand. The whole thing's kind of sitting at an angle right now because the stand doesn't quite work. So I'll probably measure out kind of where this nut is on each side, and I'll make the stand be supported by these nuts instead. So it'll be like a lot wider stand. I would like to get a rear motor stand because there's nothing like this thing being like stored in a way that it's like propped up like a moto bike, like supermoto, like MotoGP style. But anyways, let's just get to the garage, get this headlight, start mocking these things up. I have this old jig piece from when I like mocked it up and drilled the holes, and I used the center line to position where the handlebars go to match the geometry of the 3D printed scooter. So I used this to kind of like position, and then I punched each hole out and drilled them. If I can find this print, I can bolt this on and I can measure from the front how far it is to the center point of the hole, and that'll give me that dimension, and it'll be super accurate. But I need to find that riser, and I don't know how to find that. Found it. So I'm going to bolt this on, measure the distance from here forward. These dimensions will start to be my headlight bracket in an ideal world.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Good work.
Later.
All right, boys. Peace.
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 Yo, headlight bracket. They just finished a few minutes ago. Oh, I messed up super bad somehow. How did I do this? So, you see where this top hole is right here? How far back it is from the front? Then look. See how far this center hole here is from the front? if I were to line up these holes, you could see how much further wait. Am I doing the math backwards? Yeah, I totally made that 100% backwards. I don't know how I did that. So, did I? I'm so confused. I don't even know. I do not know what's happening. Well, I figured out what I did. There's 2 holes underneath this clamp here. There's the center hole on this front hole. So the original light mount mounts right here. I used this one. So I'm actually 32.5 millimeters off. So I'm gonna redraw that, but while I'm redrawing it, I had said we were gonna print the front emblem. So I'm gonna try printing it. It's my first 2-color print too. So hopefully that works out. I've never done it before. So I'm gonna go hit go on that and see what happens. And then I'm gonna spend a few minutes redrawing this headlight bracket 32.5 millimeters back. Actually, no, I just need to move this hole. No, these holes are good. I need to move this mounting location 32 millimeters back. Holy smokes. So that's what I'm gonna do. All right, I have a plan. Let's go. It's actually pretty crazy how much this just changed. So you'll see the 2 holes are on the back on the right-hand side here, the single holes on the left. If I line this up here, this is the 2 holes. The tabs literally point the complete opposite direction. So I have this ready to print, but of course I started the emblem piece, so I have to wait on this. So I think this is gonna work. I wish there was a way to like rotate this, but there's not because I did it 3 hole, not 4. So yeah. Yo, what? The whoops, I did them backwards. Shit. Oh no. No! Alright, let's try this again. The short one goes in the tall side. Short one, tall side. And then the tall one and the short side. Look at that. They're the same height now. I think this one's technically a little taller. So maybe I can hit a reprint of this one just like a hair shorter, but like whatever. Checked off bar plugs. The front badge is going. The headlight bracket needs safety nuts, which it has. And it needs to be printed, so I need to reprint it and then I need to install it. I technically don't have the hardware for that, so I could go get the hardware for that. And I could also take apart the tail light. And I kind of think I should take apart that tail light quick. So let's go get the tail light. Okay. The reason why I want to use this tail light is, where's my wire? It is, oh, maybe it is a 2-wire or a 3-wire. No, it's not. There's 4 wires. So I don't know how to wire that up. So I'm just going to take the element from this and make it into that fender. And I actually ordered some translucent red filament that I'm going to be able to print like my own lens cover and everything. So it should be like a red LED brake light. But we have a weather window on Friday. The weather here is pretty sus. So right now, you know, we're raining. Friday looks 54, partly sunny, and then next week is in the 40s. So I want to be riding in 2 days. So that means I need to do things that are going to get me rideable. Before I put grip tape on this deck, I really want it painted. Tomorrow it's too cold to paint, so I'm going to go out in the garage and start spraying that down. I wouldn't normally paint this, but I don't want to go get polyurethane. I'm just going to use some black spray paint and then some clear to like kind of seal that up, and then I can toss grip tape on it, and then I'll decide what I'm doing next when that's done. So clear this off. Jesus. Damn. 2 or more light coats a few minutes apart. But there's also no way I'm below 50% humidity. Like my ground is seeping moisture right now. So let's give it 15 or let's give it 20 minutes. So I got this rear brake set up. It's not spinning because the weight is actually on the table here. There's not a ton of clearance. So I have everything I need to move this to the other side, but then I'd have to bleed the brakes. And honestly, this brake that I got is so soft. It needs to be bled anyways, but it'll be fine for a test ride. There's like 30 millimeters of clearance right here, and I have to cut the fender out where it kind of like crosses through here. But for now, I like the scenario of leaving them on this side, and then when I have somebody shorten the cables, because it's, look how long that is. When I have somebody shorten that, I will go ahead and have them swap the sides as well. But I believe, in the meantime, the third headset print, or the preferred head tube print just finished up. So I am going to see if third one's the charm. Should be really easy this time to figure it out. I'll just check in with you when it's done. Yo, that actually just worked. Oof, it looks so bad. Damn it. The cool thing is that even if it vibrates down, it's gonna be a little too steep of an angle. So I do need to rotate it up, but it won't even, I don't even think I can, oh, I can force it to rotate up. Yeah, those are on. All right, I just took a couple-hour break to hang out with my family. Things were just getting a little wild. I wanted to hang out with my fam, and then things were just feeling like I was losing direction and stuff. But tomorrow morning I have off, so that means this scooter tonight I'm gonna put together. So it's about 7 o'clock. I can't make noise once the baby goes down. So first up, we are going to put the grips on. Then we're going to start addressing these cables because these are all the cables. We're going to start zip tying stuff down. And then we're going to do some wiring. It's plug and play. And then we should be able to do everything except the rear tail light because the fender that we have right now does not have a tail light. And the deck because the deck is being painted. And we're going to do one more coat in. Well, let me see here. We have one more coat in 46 minutes. We're going to do another coat on that deck that's out in the garage. So I'm going to start by tossing these grips on and yeah, hopefully just pace myself a little bit more and like, I don't know, just like enjoy my evening working in the studio here. Oh boy. Looks good though. Bro. Oh, if it weren't for the wiring and the headlight, this thing would be so sick. All right. There's no way I'm not riding this tonight. Oh my god, this thing is fucking crazy. Am I gonna ride this one-handed down to my neighbor's spot? Apparently. Oh my god, I can't do this. Safe to go this fast. I should probably tell him not to pull up too hard on the handlebars because I never put the safety pins in the handlebars. There is one small safety issue currently.
Oh yeah, now you tell me?
I've never touched one of these before. Dude, the back just comes out. Dude, it turns so much better. It is nice, like the lean.
Oh, it's
You can
so
lean
good.
through your turns
You
way
can.
better than the other one where you're like so far off the ground.
Yeah.
You can't do shit.
I wish these pins were in here because then I would actually like try to ride it a little harder. Yeah, it's so much better. I think this angle needs to come back a little bit. But as long as you like stay like light on your like knees, like it's not for everybody, but I knew that
Yeah.
going into this. As long as I like stayed light on my legs, it's like pretty good.
Get the max amount of traction.
It's so good. All right.
That's pretty cool.
Deuces, everyone.
Deuces.